Hi guys, okay, here we go. I just wanted to let you know I have created a new version of your workspace. It's up on Canvas, so let's download that first. So instead of this one, which it used to be, it is now a new one. Workspace 2020, okay? So that's step one. Go into modules, pull that up. Great. Download that, put it back into your templates folder, delete the workspace I gave you to begin with. Okay, so that's that for real. Real time. Okay, now we're going to open Vectorworks. It's going to take a minute. Life is hard. We have to wait. Here we go. Okay, it's loading it up for me. Now I want to set up a few things for us, okay? Yours is not going to look like this when you open it. It's going to look different, for sure. It's going to look weird. The first step I need you to take is to go into Tools. Once it loads enough of its brain, we're going to ignore that. It's going to ask me some other stuff and I'm going to ignore it for today. Okay, we can do that later in our free time, but for this video, I'm going to ignore it. I'm going to go to Workspaces. I'm going to go to this right here. So when you find it, Workspaces, it'll be all the way at the bottom of your Tools menu. So Workspaces, okay? I'm going to hop in here to this Workspaces thing, okay? We're gonna grab something like Spotlight or Designer or whatever. We're gonna duplicate it. That's gonna put something in the user folder. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to get something into your user folder. So now if I say Show in Explorer, like that, there's my user folder. Okay, I can delete things I don't need. Oops, that didn't work at all. Right? I can be like, don't actually need this copy, delete that. Don't actually need this old CSR thing, okay? We're gonna delete that. We're gonna delete everything in this folder, right? You're not gonna have anything in this folder except for this Spotlight copy that you just made, okay? But I'm gonna minimize this, okay? I'm gonna pick something like Fundamentals. Click Done. It's gonna restart its brain. That's gonna take a minute. Yep, great. So now it's loading fundamentals for me. Okay. Once I have that, okay, now I can, I'm pulling it all out of the way. I can go back to my Finder window, right, my Workspaces folder, and I can bring in this CSR's VW1 file. I'm just going to drag it, drop it into this Workspaces folder. Okay, hopefully this doesn't require admin privileges. If it does, we will work it out. But for the purposes of this equation, it should not. Remove that. I don't need it to be synced. Okay, so now there should be a new workspace option for me. So if I go to Workspaces again, there is a new workspace, CSR, it's VW1 2020. It's in my user folder. I'm going to click on this box next to it to activate it, right? So once I get a little check mark, I know I'm good to go. I'm going to click Done. What this does is it sets up all of our tools and palettes so that everything is where we expect it to be. It's going to take a second to load it. When you come to open a file, when you come to work on a project, your workspace will match my workspace, and that's going to be very helpful for everybody. Okay, so now you have your workspace. The next step is to get your template loaded. So we're going to go to File. We're going to open on my desktop. It would be in a folder, right, that you created in your flash drive, right? Mine's on my desktop. I'm going to load this Spring 2020 CSR's template. Open that up. Okay, so what that does is it opens this template file. This template file is opening automatically to the ArchD plate. Okay, that's over here in the sheet layers, ArchD, right? I want to actually go into the design layers, double click on the scenery layer. That's where I'll be drawing things. Okay, so I clicked on the stack of pages, I double clicked on the scenery. This is where I draw stuff. And now I'm going to go to File and I'm going to save this as a template, which is different from the regular save as command or saving the file in general. It creates a specific file that acts as a template. I'm going to call it CSR's 2020 template, right? I've already loaded this once, but I'm going to do it again for you. So CSR's 2020 template. Awesome. So now it converted this to an untitled file. I'm going to close this file. I'm not going to save it. It's not important to me. The next thing I want to do is I want to go and change a few preferences. So I come to Vectorworks Preferences. Okay, there are all of these options for you. You can do what you want. I'm not going to micromanage your life. There are some I recommend. So I recommend over here where it says create a new document on startup. Yours is going to have that check mark there. You want to uncheck that box. Okay, don't create a new document on startup. That way, if you need to open a file, you open a file. And if you need to create a new file, you can choose your template when you create it. The other one I would suggest that you take a look at is your autosave options, right? Do you want it to tell you every time it's going to autosave? People find this annoying, so I unchecked the box, right? Do you want it to save every 30 operations, which is every 30 things that you do, or 15 things that you do? Do you want it to save every 10 minutes? You can change all of that business. I'm going to have it create a backup folder in the same location as the original file and have it keep 2 most recent backups. Do you, but whatever's going to make you comfortable in terms of backups. The other thing you can change that may make you feel a little better is stuff like your maximum number of undos in this session pane, right? There's 50 undos, so that's how many steps backward do I want it to stay, right? And it can save a lot. 20 to 50, usually safe, but if you think you're gonna like really screw yourself and you wanna be able to back up a lot, that's where you'll do that. Now we're gonna say okay, and let's create your new file. You're gonna pop in here. You want this CSR's 2020 template. Okay. And here it is, ready for you to begin drawing. Okay. First thing you'll do when you open up this new file or create this new file is save it as something, right? So if I'm going to do the logo project, I'm going to save it as Bartenstein logo project, right? That already exists. I'm going to replace it because there's nothing in it yet. Okay, so that's it for setting up your workspace. We're doing this together in class. This video is just as a backup for you if you need it. Thanks guys, I'll see you later.